I mean, Collado-Ude, Danny Collado is great, and we love him. And you really can't quantify in words what he does on a daily basis for the program. Him and Z-Mac with the sound, and
there you go.
He's energetic and he's enthusiastic and he loves the show, and I love the kid. I really do love the kid, but he's just the dumbest son of a bitch you've ever met.
What the hell? Why?
I can't tell you how many times, I've told this kid time and time, he loves the Heat, which is the first problem, obviously, because I'm a Knicks fan, and you would think he's working on my show that he would change the team he roots for, but that's fine.
No chance.
He lives in Miami. He likes the Heat. I get it.
Oh.
I've told him time and time again, I've got a great relationship with Timmy Donovan. I got, my good buddy Shawnee Fiscardo. He's going to the game tonight. I got my buddy Andy 4 tickets for the game against the Cavaliers on Saturday. And I'm not a schnurrer. And I don't bother Tim Donovan because I know any game I want, I got 4 tickets in Section 121. In essence, I've got season tickets to the Heat. That's how good Pat Riley and Tim Donovan and all those guys are to me. But I don't overstep my boundaries. Maybe I go to 5 games a year. I go to every Knick game. I'll go to a Net game. Maybe I'll go to a Laker game. And when the playoffs are here and the NBA Finals are here against Dallas, I'll go to that. But otherwise, I never overstep my boundaries. And that's why to this day, besides the fact they listen and love my show, I've got a great relationship with Tim Donovan and the Heat. Great. And they know I'm a Knicks fan. They don't care. So I tell Collado, listen, you want to go to a game. I know you love the Heat. I love you like my little brother at this point. I'll get you tickets. You got to let me know like a week in advance.
All right,
I can't tell you how many times this ass face has texted me the day of, not the day before, not the day of, this morning.
All right.
This morning.
I gotta get a schedule with me then, all right? Jesus.
Can I go tonight and watch Udonis Haslem break the record? Sure, you can go.
That was
Stand
the
outside
text?
the arena and beg Andy King for tickets.
No.
That was honestly the text. Can I go tonight and watch Udonis
Yes,
Haslem
I
break,
wanna see
break the
Udonis
record?
break the- yeah.
You want to be there for the huge moment?
Yeah, man.
He
Big
wants
moment. It's a big moment.
He wants to be there when Udonis Haslem gets his second rebound and they stop the game for a freaking rebound. You
Why
can't
not?
make it up.
Why not?
Who cares?
Whatever.
Well, you're not going.
Okay, I know. It's okay. It's no big deal.
And by the way, now you're not going to any game this year because
No.
I don't even like your attitude right now.
Hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you on Saturday at the UM game,
Yeah.
I ran into someone called Drunk Adrian. Do you know?
Oh, one of the greatest. He is a promotion guy and worked with him for many years at 790 and WQAM. And like everybody else in this town, who's anybody, whether it's Black Moses or Danny Collado-Ude or Drunk Adrian, who do you think penned his nickname Drunk Adrian?
You did.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
He was just Adrian something or other. He was a nobody, and now he's a star. And even the rest of the hosts that work at QAM, and I'm no longer there, obviously, they still refer to him as Drunk Adrian to this day.
Yeah. Well, he was drunk on Saturday, so there you
He's
go.
hammered, always hammered. His deal is this. He always drives the van, whether it was 790 or 560. He was always drunk, and it didn't matter how good looking the female intern in promotions was. He banged every one of them. I don't know
What?
how he did it.
Are you
but he
serious?
Banged,
Wow.
I swear to God.
That guy is ugly, bro.
He's not ugly.
What?
He's not ugly.
No?
No, and he's actually cute, which is gay, and he's got a great personality.
No, yeah.
And he puts monkey pills in the girls' drinks, and he bangs them.
Oh,
there you
that explains it.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
There you
But
go.
he loves me, and everybody loves me.
That's cool. All right.
I got to tell you, Z-Mac has a great story, though. Z-Mac, did you hear this story, Langell, how he showed up at 6:40?
This is the best ever.
The madman with the knife.
It's the best ever. And
I told him yesterday, Eric, I'm like, I don't know if we should tell this story because Lapa listens to our show every single day, and he tries to hear all 4 hours, not because he's our boss, mind you, because he's really entertained. He likes the show, and I'm afraid if Z-Mac tells this story that this poor bastard is going to get fired, this other guy.
No, it's kind of almost common knowledge that he has the infamous knife, and he's
Oh,
very
it is,
paranoid
exactly.
being here overnight alone.
Well, wait a second. He's paranoid because he's overnight alone because he's snorting crank back there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
we haven't caught him doing that.
Z-Mac said his eyes looked like he was on something.
Well, he's very paranoid. He's very paranoid.
Well, how do you think you get paranoid? Tons of cocaine and crank will do that to you.
Well, like I
When
said,
you start taping bed sheets to the windows, I mean, I've done that at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, like I said, we haven't officially caught him doing that, so we have to just go with he's paranoid. But he does carry a huge knife here every night to protect himself.
Well, how do you think that's going to end up one day? I mean, do you think it's going to have a nice story? I mean, a guy that carries a knife like that, eventually somebody dies.
Well,
I never heard of this guy. Who is it? Who is this guy?
This is our overnight guy during the week, Anthony Fazio, and he's about like 5 feet high.
Anthony Fazio,
and he's very paranoid. And this is Z-Mac is like the second time this happened. So when he told me about it, incredible.
Is Z-Mac in the studios?
He is ready to go.
All right, I got to get to this story with Randy Cross, a perennial Pro Bowler and multiple Super Bowls with Joe Montana and the Niners, and Boomer Esiason. Not a heck of a lot different than when I walk in at 6:40 in the morning with Z-Mac and Kalani Ude in Pompano.
Bro, I can already see it now. You must have the biggest erection in that studio right now.
Here's Steve Z-Mac with the story about some madman. I don't even know this guy who works in our building wielding a 10-inch knife ready to kill somebody.
What's up, Sydney?
Hello, buddy.
All right, so I'm on my way back from Gulfstream watching the Showbox fight, and I got about a 40-minute drive home, drinking water all night. I got to take a huge piss. So I'm like, where am I going to stop?
It's already a great story.
I agree.
Passing Atlantic Boulevard, like, where am I going to stop? It's 2 in the morning. So I stop at the studio, run in, take a piss. I'm about 4 minutes into my piss, and I hear some guy screaming. He's like, who are you? I'm like, what? And I'm used to seeing Noah, so I'm like, who's out there? So I open the door, and I'll paint the picture. Our bathroom is at the end of a hallway, a dead-end hallway. So I walk out. I'm at the end of the dead-end hallway, and this guy's standing there with about an 8-inch knife. He goes, who are you, man? Who are you? I'm like, whoa, bro. I throw my hands in the air. I'm like, whoa, bro, I work here. I'm like, calm down.
It's always the move. Throw the hands in the air.
And I'm honestly thinking, like, all right, if this guy comes at me, where am I going? Because I'm
you have nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. So he's staring at me, and he's like,
how are his eyes? Describe his eyes as he's staring. Are they crazy? Are they moving?
They're bugging out a little bit. He's got a little beanie cap on. He's probably about 5'3".
Yeah, he wears a skull cap. Yeah, so he's very.
It's just what you imagine when you're coming out of the bathroom.
So he goes, who are you, man? And I'm like, yo, I work here, bro. Calm down, calm down. And he stares at me for about 10 seconds, and he goes, is your picture on that wall over there?
Thank God for Gerard Campbell that he took pictures way back when from 850.
So we have a couple pictures of us in the studio here, and he's pointing in that direction. I'm like, that's me, man. That's me. I work on Sid's show. He slowly walks towards me with the knife in his hand to shake my hand. He's like, what's up, bro? I'm Anthony. I'm like, dude, put the knife down. He goes, oh, man, I just keep it for protection. Don't worry. He's like, this isn't the safest area. I'm like, dude, put the knife down.
Talk to me after you put the knife down, buddy.
Freaked me out, man.
But then didn't he even escort you to the door, and he was still carrying the knife?
Yeah, and then it's really weird because I didn't want to let him walk behind me, the guy with a 8-inch knife. So we're trying to walk. It's really awkward. So it ends up being, like him walking backwards, and he's got the knife in his hand. I'm like, dude, can you put the knife down? And he doesn't even say anything. He just kind of brushes it off. He's like, I'm the overnight guy. He's giving me like his spiel, his story.
Oh, my God.
Shakes my hand again, and I ran out the door.
Oh, my God. Oh, my. I don't know what I would have done. I may have died of a heart attack right there. I may have taken the knife out of his hand and killed him.
Imagine opening the door, hear this guy, he's like,
and the hallway is just so thin. There's nowhere to go.
No,
I mean, you're cornered.
No, Z-Mac was he was dead.
Like I said, this is the second time it happened because we sent an intern one night to come train with him, and the intern went in the building, walked up behind him. The kid Fazio leaps up in a panic, whips out the knife, turns around and swings at the guy ran out of the building.
God.
I got a call in the middle of the night. I got attacked by a guy with a knife in the control.
Here's my only question.
I said, that's the guy that's going to train you. You got to go back.
My only question, then we got to run to our first break, because again, we got a lot of great guests today. It's our last show before Thanksgiving. We got lots of things to talk about and get to. It's going to be a great program. But isn't anybody at the offices, whether it's Lapa or Hilliard's kid or George or somebody, or Rick or somebody, are they aware that there's a madman with a knife running around our offices? Is anybody aware of this?
If they weren't, they probably are now.
I mean, this is
great.
It doesn't sound safe. I mean, I work with a guy that carried a gun in Imus, and that wasn't safe, to be honest.
Not even a pocket knife. I mean, this thing was
This is O.J. Simpson material.
It's like Rambo, yeah.
It's like, yeah.
This was
Got like a meat cleaver on his hands there.
That's hilarious, bro. God.
No, I was rolling. He was telling me the story over the phone, and I was out loud belly laughing. I just couldn't stop.
Slater walks in at night. He's a dead man.
like a guy breaking into the studio goes into the bathroom for 3 minutes to take a piss and then comes out to attack him.
You can't make it up.
No, we got Kaladiu, though, right here saying that, with no work tomorrow, it's on tonight. He's just going to go tie one on for sure.
Oh, you know it.
I'm telling you that in Brooklyn and Manhattan growing up, this night, tonight, Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, some of the biggest parties of the year that actually paralleled New Year's Eve were on this night.
Absolutely. You know, I used to live right down the street from the Hard Rock, in Hollywood, and I went to the casino on Wednesday night because I had nothing to do. Slam.
Yeah.
People going crazy.
Everybody's in town.
Yeah,
everybody's down.
crazy.
Everybody's here for Thanksgiving.
I couldn't
Slammed.
believe it. I pulled in on a Wednesday night thinking, all right, I'll hang out here for a few hours, go back to the apartment. It was a madhouse.
Everywhere you go today, it's going to be slammed.
Let me put it in its proper perspective. Even Kaladiu may get laid tonight.
Whoa, yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Now I'm really excited.
What is a better chance that Udonis Haslem gets 2 rebounds tonight or you get oral?
I get oral.
I'd go with the rebounds on that one. Yeah.
Bastard.
Go with UD on that one, the 305.
Why don't you just call Tim Donovan yourself? Danny, if you call Tim Donovan, said, listen, I'm Danny Kaladiu Collado. You know who I am. I work on the Sid Rosenberg show. And I need 2 tickets tonight, and I'm not taking no for an answer. And don't make me call Riley myself.
Oh.
You're in.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So why don't you do it?
All right, I'll do it.
I want you to do it before 10 o'clock because I want to hear the response.
You'll know about it when Tim Donovan calls you and says, who's this clown you got calling me? What is this, a prank?
Yeah, I'll blame it on Eisenberg. Don't worry. He must have got your number from Eisenberg.